Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel. It's the Tier 6 German SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Pearl River, and it's under the command of 27BAGPUSS. Game on! Well, you can see straight away he's got the stock howitzer, which is the better howitzer, because it's the same one you get on the Gorilla. It's very accurate. It's got a faster reload than the top howitzer. It's more accurate, and you get more shells. If you actually go for the stock version, you actually come better off, but you get a shorter range, but its trajectory is a lot higher, which means that the shell is virtually coming down on the enemy tank, and you can still reach out a long way to catch the enemy and potentially do more damage in the long run. Even though you've got a higher alpha on the top gun, this one has 480 and is capable of penetrating 38mm of armor. Okay, well, he's aimed towards the village in the center, but nobody's spotting that area at the moment. So there could be enemy tanks moving directly in front of us, but we can't see them. In fact, the first one's turned up. It's an M6, and yes, we can reach him. Lovely shot. 160 hit points straight away. And you can see, yes, an enemy tank did move in front of us. It was a KV-85. He got to the gap to the village, the entrance. That M6 has just got tracked, and we're about to fire. Rounds out. Oh, he pulls back just in time, but then moves forward and takes the shell instead. Now, one of the good things from this position is he can actually hit the enemy tanks over in the heavy alley area as well as the ones in the village. Yes, he's not restricted to just going after one or the other. He can actually hit both. Fires one in. And yes, he just touched. One of the enemy tanks just took a big hit. That was the Type 58. He's lost, well, at least 300 hit points at the very least. And now he's losing more. Okay, Churchill 7's next one. He's pushing. And there's the Achilles. And he's missing a load of hit points as well. He may have been the one we hit originally. Oh, and he's out of the game now. That was a perfect shot. Hit the armor of the Achilles, which is the same as on the M10, and it's very weak, so the shell went straight through. Okay, that Churchill 7 could get knocked out of the game with just one round. The Type 58, well, he could go out of the game. Let's have a look. Yep, he's out too, so that's 2 kills now. Yes, BAGPUSS is on a good roll. Oh, and there's that Churchill 7. Now he can take that gun out of the game with one clean shot. It is a long way away because you're getting a flattened reticule, which shows you're at maximum range. But he's firing the round in. And he got him! 3rd kill of the game. He really is having a good go. Okay, now we can see the KV-85's made a tactical error. He's moved up behind that wreck to try and get at the KV-2. But in doing so, he's actually made himself vulnerable, because the moment he does get spotted, he's going to get slotted. Okay, if he sits behind the wreck for cover, then we're going to get a shot at him as well. And yes, he was behind the wreck. Rounds out. Yep, he gets hit again, 121. This KV-2's caught between the rock and a hard place. He's now getting in a crossfire, so he's going to go down. And we're changing position already. Now, it looks like they've cleared out all of the enemy tanks on the heavy side of the map, but not any of the tanks in the middle. That KV-85 is still there, and so's the Striv 74. This is the reason why he's actually gone for cover straight away. He's trying to get away from the sight of that KV-85 and Striv. You can see the maximum range he is at the moment. He's getting a flattened reticule, which tells him he can't go much further on the aim because he just won't be able to. Meanwhile, an enemy tank has been spotted at the other end of the map. IKV-652, and there's the Striv 74, and it looks like he's trying to get shots on our teammates. And if he stays where he is, he's going to get hit by an Arty round. It won't kill him unless, of course, he gets a penetrating shot or an Amarak. But he's suddenly spotted these guys, and they're just outside range. but I think he can get a shell into the Jagdpanzer IV. Dialing in, rounds out. This could be a very close thing. Unfortunately, it's not close enough. Okay, where's that KV-85? There he is. That's the one that killed our KV-2, and he looked like he was backing up for a moment, but he's got the rocks working in his favor there. Yes, that overhang is actually preventing us hitting the KV-85. Rounds out. Now we can hit him. Another 128. He keeps getting hit. There's that strip. Now, just letting it settle. A good Arty player is a very patient player because he has to be to dial in his aim so perfectly and then fire after waiting for so long. Well, the enemy are stopping our guys from getting close to their cap area. But the T-150 is coming up behind the KV-85. Now, the Striv has decided to counter our T-150. And unfortunately, the KV-85 took him out. Now, we're dialing in, trying to get a shot on that KV-85. He fires the round in and direct hit. Another one, 145. And that means the Hellcat can now take down that KV-85. Oh, he failed with his first shot. Is he firing the 76mm? It might be that that's why he didn't get a kill shot. Okay, that KV-85. Oh no, the Hellcat went down. That was the AMX-13 F3 on the enemy team taking out the Hellcat. Hellcats notoriously thin armor. They're not supposed to stay still for very long, Hellcats. They're supposed to keep moving. That was their chief advantage during the war. If they kept moving, the enemy couldn't pin them down. But if they stayed still for any length of time, they could be killed. Okay, we've got the KV-85 moving up onto the village. Rounds out and just a little too long. You can see that target's outside of range. Our 88 is going into the village. In the meantime, we've got an SU-100 over on the west side of the map. I would even say at this moment, it might be a good idea for him to pop one quick round off at that SU-100 and then quickly move undercover to stop the KV-85 getting a shot at him. He fires the round in. Okay, we can see the Striv 74 and the KV-85 up on the village. Our 88's up there. Well, the 88 is being torn to pieces, and unfortunately he has gone. Now, can we get a shot into that area? Not easily, and in fact they are coming, or they were coming in our direction. He needs to get undercover now, quick. We've lost a lot of players in this game. We're down to 3 left on our team, 4 on the enemy team. I think a lot of the heavy tanks are over on the east side of the map, the heavy corridor, wasted themselves trying to get to the enemy cap. And that Striv 74 and KV-85 managed to take them apart one by one by having a superior firing position where they could make the shots without getting spotted, or by getting the shots without being able to return fire. The problem we've got now is that we're getting close to that SU-100, and if he's got the 122mm gun, he can finish us off fairly quickly actually, because it only takes 390 alpha to wipe out an enemy vehicle. We don't know where that SU-100 is. He's knocked the tree down to provide him a bit of cover. Okay, BAGPUSS, where's the next target? We're relying on our IKV 65-2 and the Dickomax to tell us where the enemy is. We're also basically relying on those two to tell us if the SU-100 is nearby, and he hasn't told us, because there he is. He's just the other side. So now the enemy Arty knows where we are as well. And we can get a shot in his direction. He does have the 122, but he does go down to the Dickermax's 105mm main gun. But he takes a hit from the enemy Arty, an AMX-13F3. So now we're moving forward, trying to get closer to that enemy Arty and still be able to have the Striv 74 and the KV-85 in range. They're out of our view range at the moment. But now the enemy's only got those two tanks in the center and the enemy Arty. And it's 3-on-3. We're slightly down on hit points, but I'd say we've got the advantage now. And now they've lost the KV-85. The IKV saw to him. So we're moving on the enemy Arty. If we can get rid of him, we can force the Striv to come back to his own cap area and let the Dickermax and the IKV 65-2 take them out. And the enemy, oh my god, he managed to get outflank us completely, but we can hit him from here. Okay, this is a difficult shot. He does kill one of our guys, takes out the Dickermax. We're fully dialed in, and now rounds out. Yes, big hit. 509 hit points on the Striv. He didn't see where we were, but he certainly felt us. He's still coming on. The IKV-90's got a IKV-65. It's got a 90mm gun, so it's capable of one-shotting the Striv. He's coming towards us. He fires a round in. I think it only wounds the guy. May have been near him, but it didn't get close enough. And there's the IKV, and okay, can we get a shot? Yes, we can. We can do it. The 65 did get hit. Now we need to get a round on this guy. Rounds out. Yes! Kill shot! Perfect! And at that moment, 27BAGPUSS actually does technically win the game. He's now got to find the other Arty and kill him. But the 65-2 will be really happy now because he lost some hit points to that guy. And we can see the tracer coming out from behind the cap area. So we know whereabouts the enemy Arty is. And all we need to do is just spot the guy. And the IKV can finish him off. But if we can get a shot on him as well, that would be even better. The view range from this Arty is only 265 meters. So we're going to get close before we do see him. But once we do see him, it's going to be a lot of fun because this game could be over with a win. BAGPUSS could get the last kill. He's got 4 already. Superb kill to get that last enemy, the Striv. And now, oh, now that was interesting. Go for it. Misses it on the AMX, but we know where he is. Now we've got actually about the same time of reload as the AMX. So the IKV knows where the enemy is. We can bottle him in. In fact, we can sit in the cap area and wait for him to come out and force him to come out to deal with us. He knows where we are at the moment. And we're coming out of the cap, so he's actually anticipating probably that we're coming up this slope. Be careful. Yes, he could be anticipating. He is! There he is. Didn't get it right, but we're going to draw him out and let the IKV finish him off. He has to come out. He knows where we are, but does he want to come out? Well, we are into the last minute of the cap, and I think the IKV is low on hit points, but you can see that BAGPUSS has got plenty. So now I think what he ought to do is BAGPUSS goes around the corner, catches the AMX, takes either the shell from the enemy, or he allows both of them to go around the corner at the same time, and then they win. But they've decided, I think, oh, there he comes. He's coming the other side. Okay, line it up. He's already taken one round, and he does get the kill, so now we must go. He kills the IKV, so it's 1-on-1. Arty to win this. We're loaded. He's not. Go for the kill. Get close and take hits. Ready? 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 Oh, he rammed him and shot him just to be sure. To be sure. Another great game from 27BAGPUSS of REBRN in the Hummel. He got an ace tanker out of that one, and he certainly deserved it. He also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, one short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. And he got a bruiser medal as well for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 16. His win rate in that game, 5,519. And yes, he did single-handedly win the game at the end because, of course, the enemy Arty was the only one left. And he took him out by shooting him and ramming him at the same time just to be certain that the guy was gone. Let's have a look at the team score. Oh my God, look at this. The highest damage in the game turned out to be the M6 on the enemy team. Got a high caliber and Confederate for 2,826 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to the KV-85 on the enemy team, 2,480. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the SU-100 with 2,210 hit points of damage. But the fourth highest damage turned out to be 27BAGPUSS, and of course he won the game, 2,049 hit points of damage in total. When it came to kills, yeah, he easily got that one. 5 kills for him, 4 kills for the AMX13F3, who was a very good player actually, was getting some nice shots in there. And 2 kills went to the KV-2, the Dickomax, the 88, and on the enemy team, the KV-85, the SU-100, the Striv-74, and the Jagdpanzer IV. And when it came to base XP, it was the M6 who came out on top with 1,135. 953 went to 27BAGPUSS, and 679 went to the VK3601H. So, yes, he only got the top in one of the columns, but it was the important top because it was the biggest number of kills, and it did work out in the end. Let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 18 rounds. Well, this Arty does have 27 rounds in total with this configuration, so it does work. It pays in your benefit because you have more rounds available. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots and 12 splash. Damage of 2,049 hit points, of which 1,949 were at more than 300 meters. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, that was the enemy Arty, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 5, did 219 hit points of stun assist of 10 stuns. So not a lot of stun assist, but he still managed to get a ace tanker out of this game. On a premium count, he actually earned 14,819 credits from the game, and that's after paying for the consumables full price, 25 bonds for a mission achievement, and 1,429 experience points. The game lasted 15 minutes exactly. I mean, it went down to the wire. That's probably the reason why he made absolutely certain that that AMX13F3 was dead, because he needed him to be dead in that last second of the game, and it was a last-second win. So very well done to 27BAGPUSS. That was a superb game all the way. I thought for a second that they were both going to go up into the back area, and then only the AMX13 was only going to be able to take on one of them, such as the IKV or BAGPUSS, but the other one was going to shoot them, and that would have won. But sadly, the AMX was a very clever player. He actually went round the back, took out the IKV, knew that he was very low on hit points, and after he'd done that, he faced BAGPUSS with a problem. Is he going to be loaded by the time BAGPUSS gets to him? And well, BAGPUSS just made absolutely certain that he got there in time, and it worked. So very well done, BAGPUSS. Hope you enjoyed the replay. If you did, please give the video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.